All right, cool. Let's get started. I'm just going to mute everybody, get some music going here in a second. And then let's just come into a comfortable seated position. All right. So find what's comfortable for you. Maybe cross-legged up on the heels if that works better for you. Just wherever you are, just sit up nice and tall. If you're on the sit bones, think about grounding deeply into the sit bones. And then you've got a long, straight spine, right? So sit up nice and tall. Welcome everybody who just joined. All right, and then close the eyes. So just take a moment to start to deepen the breath. So taking some deeper breaths, right? Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out the nose. And see if you can fill up the entire body on that inhale. Maybe holding it at the top for a second or two, and then releasing. And start to notice on the inhale, the shoulders coming up towards the ears, maybe being a little bit more exaggerated here. And then exhale, they fall down the back, maybe coming towards each other a little bit. On the inhale, those shoulders coming up to the ears, you might notice that lift in the chest, a little bit of an opening of the heart. See if you can keep this throughout your practice today. So throughout poses, every time you inhale, maybe finding that lift in the chest, that opening in the heart. We'll bring the hands to the knees, palms facing down. And just start to add a little bit of movement with the breath. So let's just start by doing some circles with the upper body. So just bringing the chest forward and then back. Maybe when you come forward, you can lift in that chest, and on the way back, round into the spine, pulling on the knees. And let's switch the direction of those circles. And then just slowly start to make those circles just a little bit smaller. And then a little bit smaller, a little bit slower. And just keep doing this, continuing to make these circles a little smaller until you come back to your center. Next inhale, we'll sweep the arms out and up. On the exhale, reaching those palms forward towards the mat, out in front of you. Bring the forehead down towards the mat. And we're slowly just gonna walk the hands over to the right, staying in this fold. Maybe taking that right hand on top of the left. Coming back through center, maybe walking the hands to the left. Taking that left hand on top of the right. Or right hand on top of left. Coming back through center, walking those hands back on up. We'll take the hands near the hips. Let's just switch the direction of the crossed legs. Inhale, arms back on up. Exhale, let's bring them forward one more time. Same thing, maybe walking those hands over to the right. Stacking left hand on top of right. And back through center to the other side. All right, we're coming back to center. Just start to walk those hands back to the body. We'll inhale those arms out and up one more time. This time the palms will come to touch. We'll exhale, bring those hands down in front of the heart.
Every wrong I did.
All right, keeping those eyes closed. We're just gonna roll forward, coming onto our hands and knees, finding a tabletop position.
Knew I wanted more of it, so don't hide. Never let it in, especially since
and then start from the bottom, work your way up. So start with a nice foundation, spreading the fingers nice and wide. And then stacking the joints, right? So shoulders over the elbows, elbows over the wrists, hips over the knees. And really think about pressing firmly in all pads and fingertips. We're gonna do cat-cow, so on the inhale, drop the belly, lift the head up, tilt the tailbone up and back. On the exhale, rounding into the spine, tucking the tailbone, dropping the head. Inhale, take a look up, tilt. Exhale, round. We got a few more of those, take one breath.
Alone, demons that you've never known would run through. Never had a hope, never let your wings unfold, but I know you.
All right, coming back to that neutral spine. We're gonna reach the left fingertips forward towards the front of the room.
Let your spirit show you that
spreading those fingers nice and wide. And then slowly starting to lift that right knee off the mat, extending into that leg. Keeping those toes grounded for a minute. Just maybe moving forward, back and forth, getting to that right calf. Excuse me. And then we'll float those right toes. So really reach through those left fingertips, really reach through that right foot, finding long lines of energy here. We're gonna drop that left hand, let that right leg go out to the side, straight out from the hip. Drop that foot, so toes are pointing forward. We're gonna come up on, bring those hands to the hips. So right leg out. Reaching those arms up to the sky. On an inhale and an exhale, we're coming over to the right. So letting those fingertips slide down that leg. Take another inhale here on the exhale. We'll sweep it to the opposite side, plant that hand. Reach up and over.
Guess I'll just call it a feeling.
And then coming forward, dropping those hands back to the top of the mat. Bring over that right foot, shoot back. Tuck the toes of that left foot. Lift the knee off the mat, start to shift the hips up and back. So we've got a three-legged downward facing dog. Let's bend into that knee, maybe open up that hip a little bit, doing some hip circles if that feels all right. So you're pointing the knee up towards the sky. All right, next inhale, lengthen back into that leg, straighten it out. Exhale, draw that knee into the chest. We're dropping that foot top of the mat. That left knee is gonna come up to the outside edge of the right ankle. Drop the hips onto the mat. So both hips on the mat, you've got this right leg crossed over the left. Hug that knee into the chest.
Yeah, I've been gone for quite a while, but
we're just gonna do a little twist over to the right. So if you want to inhale, arms up, and then exhale, twist.
I was busy, but I promise you the next time you won't feel like I forgot about you.
Coming back through center. We'll uncross the legs, cross them, stepping back to a plank position. And then slowly, we're just gonna lower the knees. Chest and chin will come next. 8-pointed pose, so the booty stays lifted, toes stay tucked. And then we'll lower the hips, untuck the toes, lift up the chest for baby cobra. Hang out right here for a second. All right, we're gonna lower it down. We've got a few rolling cobras, so let the head come down to the mat for a minute. Make sure those hands are planted near the chest. On the inhale, we're coming up. On the exhale, we lower. Inhale, lift up the chest. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale. Exhale, we lower. We're gonna tuck the toes. Shift those hips up and back, find a downward facing dog. Go ahead and drop those knees. We're coming into that tabletop position. Again, making sure we're stacking those joints. Once you're ready, we float the right fingertips off the mat, reaching forward. Spread the fingers nice and wide. And then when we're ready, lifting that left knee off the mat, we extend into that left leg. Keep those toes grounded for a second. Maybe shifting forward and back and into that left calf. And then floating the left toes off the mat, find those long lines of energy. So flexing those back toes, reaching that left foot back, reaching those right fingertips forward. All right, taking that right hand to the mat, we're gonna take that left leg out to the side, straight out from the hip, drop that foot, toes pointing forward, and we come up, hands to hips. Arms up to the sky, maybe on an inhale. Exhale, we bring it over to the left. Let those left fingertips slide down that leg. And deep breath in here on the exhale, sweeping into the opposite side. Plant that hand, reaching up and over with the left fingertips this time. All right, bringing it back forward, plant those hands. Shoot that left leg up and back, keep it lifted. From here, we're tucking the toes of that right foot this time, lift that knee off the mat, shift the hips up and back for that three-legged dog. Bend into that knee, so you can point it up to the sky, open up that hip a little bit. Doing some hip circles if you'd like. All right, next inhale, we lengthen straight back into that leg. Exhale, draw that knee into the chest. We're lifting it up, rounding to the spine. Softly drop that foot, top of the mat. This time, right knee coming to the outside edge of that left ankle. Drop it down onto the mat. Drop those hips. Hug that left knee into the chest. Then we're gonna come over to the left, so inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist it to the left. That left hand comes behind you onto the mat, fingers facing back.
You touch me and it's almost like we knew that there will be history between us two. We knew someday that we would have regrets.
All right, coming back forward, uncrossing those legs, making your way back to that plank position, however you want to get there.
Trying to keep our feelings secretly covered. You touch me and it's almost like we knew.
All right, we're gonna lower through chaturanga. So on a count of 5, start to bend into those elbows. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right there for a second. Inhale, upward facing dog. Come on to the tops of the feet. Exhale, hips go up and back. Downward facing dog. All right, let's check out our down dog. Everybody come up onto the toes. Now give yourself just a little bend in the knees. All right, right here, start to tilt that tailbone up and back. Okay, once you've got that, so you've got this long straight spine, that tilt in the tailbone, you can work on straightening back into those legs. Okay, so you've got like an upside down letter V shape with the body, if you can imagine that. If you lose that tilt in the tailbone when you start to straighten into the legs, just put a nice bend back into it. And you can take this time to pedal into one leg at a time, beginning into one knee and then the other. Toe those feet. Top of the mat, come into your first forward fold. So letting the upper body hang heavy here. Let everything relax. Let the head hang heavy, let the neck hang heavy.
You touch me and it's almost like we knew that there would be history. But there's no way that it's not going back.
All right, everybody bend into the knees. Let those arms hang heavy, start to roll it up one vertebra at a time. Nice and slow. All right, next inhale, we sweep those arms out and up. On the exhale, we got a little back bend, so just gently pressing those hips forward. Inhale, bring those arms back on up. Exhale, arms out to the side, behind the back, clasp the fingers together. Draw those shoulder blades towards each other. Opening up that heart again, lifting in that chest again. Drawing the knuckles down towards the mat. So you can stay like this. If you want to take a step further, another deep breath in on the exhale, we hinge at the hips. And you're working those arms up over the head. Feel free to bend into the knees as much as you need to here. If you're in this forward fold.
Closer the better. Now we're picking fights and slamming doors. Magnify.
Slowly start to bring the upper body on up. Straightening back into those legs, release the bind, arms down by the sides, stand up nice and tall. Inhale, sweep the arms up. On the exhale, we'll dive forward, back is flat. Inhale, come up halfway, another flat back. Hands come to the shins or the thighs. Exhale, we fold, plant those hands, bend into the knees. Take those feet to the back of the mat, however you like, so step it back or float it back. And then we've got our vinyasa, so you can do the knees, chest, chin like we did that first time. If you want to lower the chaturanga, you come onto the tops of the toes, bend into the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, draw that knee into the chest, rounding up the spine. Lift it up, hold right there for a second. Inhale, shoot it up and back. Exhale, draw it in one more time. Lift it up, hold. Softly drop that foot top of the mat. Finding a high lunge, so sweep those arms forward and up, Anjaneyasana. You've got that right knee tracking over the right ankle. Hips are staying forward. Keeping that back leg straight as possible. See if you can relax the shoulders here. All right, we're gonna find Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So we spin down on that back heel, okay? Keep those hips forward. Keep the arms up to the sky. If you notice the hips start to open over to the left, you can widen the stance between the feet. Get those hips forward. All right, warrior two. Arms out wide. You may need to make those adjustments with the feet. So we still have that nice 90-degree bend in the front knee. Arms out wide now. Shoulders still relaxed. All right, here we go for our round the world. We're going to warrior two, back of the mat. So just pivot those toes to the left. Bend into that left knee. Now we're facing the back of the mat, warrior two. I'll try to describe this the best way possible since you guys can't see me, okay? So we're gonna come into side angle pose. The left elbow comes to the left knee. Keep that bend in that left knee, reach up and over with the right fingertips. And from here, we got a high lunge back of the mat. So come onto the ball, the right foot. Sweep those arms forward and up. Okay, from here, we're coming into an easy twist. So take a deep breath in. On the exhale, sweep it forward. Plant the right hand on the inside of that left foot. Left arm reaches to the sky. All right, everybody take a look down, plant that left hand. Just step the left foot back to find a downward facing dog. So we've got a downward facing dog facing the back of the mat. Next, inhale, the right leg goes up and back. Exhale, draw that knee into the chest and drop that foot in between the hands. All right, we're gonna come into a flying monkey side lunge. So you're coming back to the top of the mat. So you're gonna start to crawl back to the mat, back to the top of the mat, bend into that left knee. You're flexing those right toes back towards the face. That makes sense? Yeah, so you should be back at the top of the mat. So that left heel can be grounded and it can be popped up. Everybody's a little different. We're flexing those right toes back towards the face, hand coming for the heart. All right, back to the top of the mat. Plant those hands, get yourself forward. Step that foot back, find a plank position, then make your way through Vinyasa. So you've got that knees, chest, chin option or chaturanga. We'll all be in downward facing dog. All right, inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, we draw the knee into the chest, rounding the spine, lift it up, hold. Inhale, we go up and back. Exhale, draw it in one more time, lift it up, hold, drop that foot, top of the mat. And then we'll find a high lunge, shoot those arms forward and up. Got that 90-degree bend in that front knee. Shoulders relaxed. All right, warrior one, spin out on that back heel. Keep those hips forward. If they popped out to the side, maybe widen the stance with the feet. And warrior two, open up those arms out wide. Keep that bend in that front knee, keep that tailbone tucked. Keep those shoulders relaxed. All right, now is where we come to the back of the mat. Pivot all toes to the right. Then into that right knee now. Warrior two, back of the mat. All right, side angle pose. Right elbow comes to the right knee. Reaching up and over with the left fingertips. And high lunge, back of the mat, come onto the ball of the left toes. Sweep those arms forward and up. Over that right knee. All right, let's all take a deep breath in. Exhale, sweep it forward, plant the left hand inside that right foot. Right arm continues up to the sky. Okay, take a look down, plant that right hand, we step it back, downward facing dog. Facing the back of the mat.
You don't have to say love me. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say you're mine.
Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, draw that knee into the chest. Dropping that foot, top of the mat. Keeping into that side lunge, back to the top of the mat. We're bending into that right knee, straightening into the left leg. Flexing those left toes back towards the face. You want to challenge your balance, bringing those hands up in front of the heart. All right, both hands top of the mat. Make your way forward. We're going to step that right foot back. Make your way through Vinyasa. Again, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, let's just do that one more time. Maybe adding something on there. So inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, draw that knee to the chest. Lift it up, hold. Inhale, we go up and back. Exhale, let's find that right tricep. Lift it up, hold. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, cross the body, left tricep, lift it up, hold. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, let's draw it in, lift it up, drop that to the top of the mat. Finding your high lunge. Flip those arms forward and up. And warrior one, spin down on that back heel. Keep those hips forward, making those adjustments so you still have that bend in that front knee. Again, driving the stance with the feet if you need to get those hips forward. Arms up to the sky. Warrior two, open up those arms out wide. All right, back in the mat. When you're ready, pivot those toes to the left, then into that left knee. Arms stay out wide. All right, now we're facing the back of the mat. Have that bend in that left knee. Coming into your side angle pose, left elbow, left knee. Right fingertips reach up to the sky or up and over that right ear. We're gonna hang here for just a few breaths. If you have a bind in your practice, you can wrap that right arm behind the back. Left arm can come underneath that left leg. See if you can clasp those fingers. If they do, get that shoulder away from the right ear. Take a look up, open up that chest a little bit. All right, releasing the bind if you have it. Just come back in your side angle pose. And then we'll find high lunge, back of the mat. So pivot, come onto the ball of that right foot, sweep those arms up. Taking a deep breath in here on the exhale, sweep and twist. Let that right arm, hand, left arm to the sky.
You know I'd go back in a minute, change my mind every time I relive it. Tell me what can I do?
From here we're going to find a side plank if you want it. So we're going to come onto the edge of that right foot. Left foot stacks on top of right.
Tell me what can I do? I'm always thinking of you. No, I so want to.
All right, bring that left foot back to the top of the mat. Drop that left hand. We'll step it back, find that downward facing dog.
I remember when you gave me the door key. You didn't give a second thought.
Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, draw it in, lift it up, drop that foot top of the mat. Crawling over to the left, finding that side lunge, coming back to the top of the mat. Flexing to those right toes, bending into that left knee. Hands can come in front of the heart. If you get here and you're really good with your balance, you can take that left elbow, press that knee open a little bit more. You can always fly the arms out open.
You know I'd go back in a minute, change my mind every time I relive it. Tell me what can I do?
All right, top of the mat, plant those hands. Step the left foot back, meet the right, make your way through Vinyasa. And we all meet in downward facing dog. All right, we'll try that on the other side. Inhale, left leg on the back. Exhale, knee into the chest, round into the spine, lift it up, hold. Inhale, we go up and back. Exhale, let's find that left tricep, lift it up, hold. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, we're coming across the body, right tricep, hold for a second. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, draw it in. Drop that foot top of the mat. High lunge, sweep his arms forward and up. All right, warrior one. Virabhadrasana one, spinning down on that back heel. Maybe widening the stance, get those hips forward. And we open it up, warrior two. All right, pivoting all toes back to the mat, bending into that right knee. All right, so we're facing the back of the mat. We've got to bend in that right knee, warrior two when you're ready. Side angle pose, right elbow, right knee. Reaching up and over with those left fingertips. Finding that bind if you've got it. Left arm behind the back, right arm underneath that right leg. Clasp those fingers, lift up the chest, get that left ear away from the left shoulder, take a look up. All right, slowly release that bind. If you have it, come back into your side angle pose. All right, deep breath in here. Exhale, sweep it forward. Come into high lunge, sweep those arms forward and up. Towards the back of the mat. All right, once you're ready, deep breath in. Exhale, sweep, plant that left hand. Right arm continues on up to the sky. And side plank, so grounding into that left hand. We come onto the edge of the left foot. Right foot stacks on top of the left. And bring it forward, right hand foot comes back. Both hands come to the mat, step it back, downward facing dog. All right, we inhale left leg up and back. Exhale, draw it in, lift it up. Drop that foot top of the mat. Crawling over to the right, back to the top of the mat, bending into that right knee. Flexing left toes back towards the face. Same thing here, hands can come in front of the heart. They can go out wide. You can take that right elbow, press that knee open. All right, top of the mat, take those hands. Step it back, make your way through a more vinyasa. Skip all that and just meet in down dog if you like. All right, let's take a little break, come down to the knees. Child's pose, we can stay in down dog. Maybe grabbing some water. get back to that breath. See if you can slow it down. All right, we'll find that downward facing dog one more time. Shifting those hips up and back. Shooting that right leg up on an inhale. Exhale, we draw it in, lift it up, and drop that foot top of the mat. We're gonna come into a wide leg forward fold, start to walk those hands over to the left. We're gonna work on pointing those toes in towards each other. You may need to widen the stance or shorten it. Let's come up with a flat back on an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, start to come back forward, folding in. All right, so if you want a little bit deeper of a stretch, we take those hands through the legs, palms facing the opposite way, drawing in.
I've been thinking about you, but you're not thinking about me all day and all night, all day, and I get so high. Why won't you stay all day and all night?
All right, start to walk those hands back in front of the face. We'll bring the hands to the hips. Come up with a flat back if that feels all right on the low back. All right, we're walking those feet in towards each other a little bit more. And we're gonna make our way into horse pose. So toes out more than the heel this time. And then we're gonna start to bend into the knees, sitting those hips back. Right, so what we were doing in that side lunge, that Skandasana practice, trying to get into those inner hips here. So if you're not feeling anything, sit the hips back a little more. You can take the hands to the knees if that helps. And then just start to move back and forth. So bending into one knee and then the other. You can start to go a little further, straightening into one leg at a time. So the legs here in the center should be where the knees are traveling over the ankles. So you shouldn't feel any pain anywhere. All right, when you're ready, we're gonna find that Skandasana side lunge one more time. Top of the mat, start to bend into that right knee. Flex the left toes back towards the face. So maybe trying something a little different this time. If you had your hands on the mat last time, see if you can practice your balance by bringing the hands to the heart. The full expression of this is to get that heel grounded. I am not there yet, even after all these years of practicing yoga. That's why this is a lifelong practice. I'll get there one day. Get that right knee maybe. Sorry, press that right knee open with that right elbow if that feels all right. There's always a bind also.
But you're not thinking about me all day and all night, all day. And I got so high, wondering why won't you stay all day and all night?
All right, hands back to the top of the mat. We're gonna come into pigeon prep from here. So take the right foot over to the left side of the mat. Drop that right knee over to the side. Drop that back knee and tuck the toes. So we're working on trying to get that right shin parallel to the front of the mat. And if that's not working, you can walk that foot closer to the body. We want both those hips to be grounded, or at least relaxed. So if that right hip's way up in the air, and you have something, you can place that underneath there to relax into this. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, you can just sink into it a little bit more. With the hands maybe coming onto the forearms. Working on flexing those right toes as well to avoid any injury in that right knee.
Your steps keep me awake. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me here to waste. I once
get down on the forearms if you want to come out the forearms. Here's the forehead finds the mat.
Cracks of your cold embrace, so please, Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Cold skin, drag my feet on the tile.
All right, let's bring those hands up to the mat. And we have an opportunity for a quad stretching out left leg if you want it, bending into that left knee, reaching back with the left hand, drawing in on that foot. And if you want to, if you have this in your practice, you can go a little further. Wherever you like, maybe that foot comes to the elbow crease, right fingertips into flow, that mermaid, or keep pitching wherever you'd like to go. And then we'll release that back foot. Take those hands back to the mat. Cut the toes down back, put the knee off the mat. We'll shoot the right leg up and back. You want to do some hip circles. And then dropping that foot to meet the left. All right, inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, draw it in. Drop that foot, top of the mat. Start to walk those hands over to the right this time. Flexing those toes in towards each other. Come up on an inhale, flat back. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Working the top of the head down towards that mat.
Let me down slowly, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna
Let's take that right hand, reach for the outside edge of the left ankle. Left arm can go up behind the back, finding that opposite hip crease. Maybe take a look over that left shoulder.
Let me down slowly.
Slowly release. Left hand, outside edge of the right ankle. Right hand reaches behind the back, finding that opposite hip crease. Maybe take a look up.
Now here you go again.
And release.
You want your freedom.
Back to center.
Well, who am I to keep you down?
All right, coming up with that flat back, hands to hips. You can bend into the knees if you need to. Walking those feet in. Toes out more than the heels. And we start to sit those hips back, bend into those knees. We're going to take the hands to the knees this time. Maybe sit it back just a little bit more. Or we're going to find a little bit of a twist here. So we're slowly going to start to straighten into the right arm. And you're going to take a look over the left shoulder. Coming back through center, maybe on an inhale, exhale, straighten into the left arm, take a look over the right shoulder. All right, coming back to center, releasing the hands, finding your horse pose, maybe shifting back and forth a few times. Starting to straighten into those legs. And then when you're ready, we've got that Skandasana side lunge, top of the mat, bending into that left knee. Flexing those right toes back towards the face. Same thing here, so maybe challenging yourself this time with your balance, hands to heart. We've got all kinds of options here. Maybe you just take that left elbow, press the knee open a little more. Maybe you're working on getting that heel grounded. Maybe you've got a vine in your practice, wrapping that left arm under that knee, right arm behind the back.
It's only me who wants to wrap around your dreams. And have you any dreams you like to sell? Dreams of loneliness like a heartbeat.
And slowly releasing if you're in any bind. We're crawling back to the top of the mat. Come onto the ball of right toes. And then we're gonna walk the left toes over to the right side of the mat, drop that left knee behind the left wrist, drop the back knee, untuck the toes, getting into our pigeon prep, flexing those left toes. Same thing here, trying to get that shin parallel front of the mat. If that's not working out, walk the feet back, or that foot back towards the body a little more. All right, inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, maybe just sink into it, keeping the palms where they're at. Maybe you come down to the forearms. If you're coming down onto the forearms or off the forearms to the forehead, maybe see if you can do it on an exhale. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Up onto the palms slowly. Just hanging out right here for a few breaths. If you want that quad stretch, we reach back with the right hand, finding the inside of that right foot, bending into that knee, drawing that foot towards the body. Same thing here, if it's in your practice, getting that foot to the elbow crease and then maybe floating those left fingertips. All right, let's release that back foot. Plant that right hand. Tuck the toes to the right foot, lift the knee off the mat, shoot that left leg up and back. Maybe doing some hip circles if that feels all right. All right, and then finding some stillness, dropping that left foot to meet the right. And we'll make our way to the top of the mat, however you want to get there. If you just want to baby step it or walk it, you want to float. See if you can softly land the feet top of the mat. Inhale, let's come up halfway, flat back. Exhale, start to fold, bend deeply into the knees. Go ahead and take a seat onto the mat.
A sick version of telephone starts at the clip of the microphone.
All right, sitting up with a long straight spine. Maybe grabbing onto the knees for a moment. And then we'll start to make our way onto our back. So see if you can reach the arms towards me. Come down with a flat back, nice and slow. One vertebrae at a time.
Believing all of the rumors.
Slower than you think.
With their endless database. I wanna sit with my enemies and say.
All right, shoulders, head comes last.
While I look them in.
We're gonna take that right leg, crossing it over the left. We're gonna find a supine twist, so you can always take the right ankle just above the knee. Let that knee open up out to the side. Full expression, a deeper twist as the right leg goes all the way over the left. Let's pick up the hips, move them a little bit over to the right, plant them back down. All right, arms go out wide, or they cactus. We all take a deep breath in, exhale, drop the knees to the left. So the idea is to get those hips to stack. And maybe take a look over the right shoulder. Full shoulders, you're staying grounded here.
Punish him for the life he chose, but forgive the past that he did not. It's really hard to hate anyone when you know what they've lived through. Now once they've given you a taste, she said, this is for you to overcome, but I will always love you. In her perfect state.
All right, knees slowly come back on up. So uncross the legs.
Maybe that
Put those hips back in the middle of the mat. And left leg crosses over right. Arms are gonna stay where they're at, out wide or cactus. We'll pick the hips up and move them over to the left. Another deep breath in, exhale, drop them to the right. Trying to get those hips to stack, so making some adjustments if you need to. And then maybe taking a look over the left shoulder.
Now that we're through with formalities, what is it you wanna ask of me? I'll answer open and honestly, whatever that means. Finding out that we occupy somebody else's opposing side, on the banks of some great divide, two versions of a dream. Countless revisions of history, trying to tell us the future.
All right, nice and slow. Start to bring those knees back on up. Uncrossing the legs, getting those hips centered.
Declare no winners or losers.
And let's hug those knees into the chest. You're wrapping the arms around the legs, giving yourself a nice little hug. Maybe bringing the forehead up to the knees.
Maybe that will crack the case.
And then maybe doing one last pose if you want. A happy baby. Guiding those knees apart, reaching through, grabbing the outside edges of the feet and drawing down on the feet. So yeah, if you're in happy baby, elbows are on the insides of the knees, hands outside of the edges of the feet. Yeah, try to keep that low back rounded if you can, and then draw down on the feet. And then in your own time, when you're ready, start to settle into Shavasana, corpse pose, letting those legs go long, letting the feet flop out to the sides, closing the eyes. And then while you're here in this pose for this next couple of minutes, just see if maybe you can find stillness. So stillness in the body, right? Trying not to fidget, trying not to move the body at all. But see if you can find stillness in the mind by finding a meditative practice, by maybe focusing on something inward so you can bring your attention to the breath. See if you can notice it throughout this pose. Like, try not to control it, just notice it. Maybe you find the heartbeat. Maybe you find some tingling sensation in the body. Or you notice the sounds around you.
Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Purnamada Purnamidam Purnata Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Purnamada Purnamidam Purnata Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Purnamada Purnamidam Purnata Purnamidam Purnata Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate.
Start to bring a little bit of movement back into the body, a little bit of life. Maybe taking a deeper breath, wiggling into the toes and fingers, rolling out the wrists and the ankles. And then with those eyes closed, start to bend into the knees, place the soles of the feet on the mat. And just roll on to one side of your body. And taking one arm, maybe using it as a pillow, but let's take that other hand, plant it right in front of you, maybe right in front of the heart on the mat or on the ground. Really rooting through the earth for a moment and just taking this moment to seal your practice however you'd like. So maybe it's just with one full round of breath. Maybe you come back to some intention if you had it. Maybe you take this moment to dedicate your practice to someone. Maybe somebody a little less fortunate. Maybe a friend, a family member, a loved one. Maybe it's a stranger. And then with those eyes closed, start to come up to that comfortable seated position, facing the front of the room. All right, sit up nice and tall. We'll inhale those arms out and up. Palms come to touch on the exhale. Start to draw those hands down. We'll stop first in front of the third eye, a space right between the eyebrows, just remembering to be mindful. And then closing prayer hands in front of the heart. I thank every one of you for joining me today and sharing your practice with me and with others. You have a great rest of your week. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.